From the beginning of time, there have been clear moments when the portals of awakening opened for individuals to advance. I can bring about change, or be the catalyst to help you be the catalyst to bring about change to the planet. And know that if you do these types of experiences, especially together as a group, you effect great change on whatever it is your intention is for this particular experience. Having a purpose is essential. It is what drives people. It helps give life meaning. It makes people better able to handle suffering and harsh circumstances. It can help you find your tribe. Someone without a strong purpose often just acts as someone in their position is expected to act. He gave his students hints about it, and he brought them into its realization by asking penetrating questions that exposed their self-limiting beliefs. The Socratic method enables us to realize that we are indeed self-limited. Nothing outside of our own consciousness can limit us. We have an infinite presence and we live in its shadow. The shadow is created by our beliefs about ourselves. Stepping through the gateway in a figurative sense allows you to move into your most evolved self, in oneness with all that is. We will offer suggestions and visualizations so your imagination can help you to create a beautiful scenario to empower this light-filled ritual. You have been coded within for this awakening moment. It is another step in the evolution of consciousness, one with great power and support. The archangels stand at the gateway to hold you in love while offering you strength and courage to step into your new awakened life. And as it was your intention to be the catalyst, or be that magnifying glass to bring the energy down through the group to those areas of your intent for the planet to enlighten and illuminate those areas of the planet. Know that as your intention was it, it shall be, and is now in this moment. Even having that change, that effect. So know that this is a time, as you know, of great change. That disclosure is indeed coming. And I speak now not only of the disclosure of our millions of ships that are here, but disclosure of the truth that is coming forward in so many different directions, from so many different sources and in so many different ways. Either they act as a polite person who has their life together, or they act as a member of their group is expected to act, or they engage in performative spirituality. Whereas someone with a strong purpose may very well act effectively and be themselves, even if that goes against the image that someone in their group or their position is supposed to portray. For example, a spiritual being with a purpose might not feel pressured to be love and light all the time. They might be love and light some of the time, but may also feel more comfortable with being assertive or putting their foot down or calling out unacceptable behavior when the situation calls for it. We know intuitively how we naturally are, and as we realize our limitations, their nature and origin, we can understand their purpose in our consciousness. If we decide that we no longer need them for our human experience, we have the choice and the power to neutralize them, so that the energy that we gave to limiting ourselves is now flowing in alignment with our conscious choice. The world that each of us experiences is what we realize it to be. We are creating it in our own consciousness. The awareness of what is happening throughout human experience is possible because we all share the same species consciousness. Within our species consciousness, we have our individual awareness with the freedom to think and feel how we choose. This creates our individual experiences. Self-love, self-acceptance, self-forgiveness, as you are in this now moment. Bring the greatest healing of this and past lifetime low vibrational experiences. Many think of it as being easy. It is in fact the most difficult for a human to do. Once one has truly felt pure unconditional love for the self, you are changed forever. And you will see all obstacles in your life begin to dissolve as you simply remain in a state of divine flow. It acts as a daily reminder to take that 1 minute to hold your dreams in your heart. Acknowledge the support available from the angelic realms, and have the courage to affirm your willingness to move into new dimensions of love. Gathering momentum with divine light that allows a new level of union with your most authentic, eternal divine self, offering a wondrous moment of ascending liberation from old patterns. The choice of many will be opting for the old way. And yet those who are attracted to this time of grace can avail themselves of the opportunity to soar, greatly empowered by the archangels. Because the truth must come forward, it cannot be held back any longer. As the shadows that were shadows are now being revealed by the light, and they can no longer hide in those dark places. Because those dark places are becoming illuminated everywhere. And when that happens, the dark must come forward, and either, as you have heard many times, turn to the light or be consumed by the light. And so many have already chosen to not turn to the light. But many, many more have chosen to turn to the light, to be involved in the light once again, to be a part of the light once again. So those of you in this group, and all of the many other groups and individuals, all part of the collective consciousness, are having a great effect on bringing about this great changeover to this planet. And moving closer and closer to bringing about that great effect, which is the solar flash, or the great event. Earth humans used to be in a situation where they were basically handed a purpose by society. For example, that purpose might be religious. Go to church, be a good person as described by your faith, marry and raise a family. Or it might be nationalistic. Work to make your nation stronger. Work to free or protect your people from invaders. Right now, however, Western society doesn't really hand individuals a ready-made purpose. So people will have to find their purpose themselves. That is freeing. In one way, people are nudged to find their true purpose, and not just pursue the ready-made purpose that society hands them. Yet in another way, it is scary and hard to find your own purpose, without much outside help. If you don't consciously define your purpose, then you might end up in some destructive group. Or in some group that very sharply defines themselves as the good guys and those other people over there as the evil people, who are completely separate and different from themselves. With the fear of ego consciousness neutralized, we are our presence of awareness, attention and realization beyond space-time. Infinite consciousness is our playground. We can create anything we want in every moment. This level of awareness occurs in our greater reality beyond the shadow. It fills all of our sensations with the vibrations of beauty, celestial music, and unconditional acceptance and love. It is ecstatic in every way, and we are accompanied by many others who feel the same way. This dimension of consciousness is in us, living alongside our shadow world. What separates us is fear of the unknown and expectation of termination. These vibrations have been present throughout our consciousness in everything we think and feel and do. We need to understand the basis of fear as a human construct that we intended to give ourselves as a result of our desire to experience something different. A belief in our separate existence as individuals apart from the source of our conscious life force. We have enabled ourselves to know what was unknowable in our natural state of being beyond space-time. It is a time of percolation and perturbation. New perceptions of reality percolate through the energy centers within you. Perturbation occurs as these new perceptions hit the coding in the imaginal system of your body in ways that stir you to change. The universe will stop at nothing to get your attention and encourage you to fulfill your soul's destiny. Perturbation is uncomfortable in its various demonstrations, making you feel very agitated. But know that all such catalysts are designed by your soul to bring you into a new level of evolution. Because the support of the angelic dimensions is so available. This portal offers you a graceful transition so you can see more clearly the world you are choosing to create on Earth while you assist its evolution. Now, whether that solar flash happens in the near future now or a later date, or whether it happens at all. Because as we are finding it now, consciousness is rapidly changing on the planet and may indeed preclude the need for the solar flash to even happen. Or to happen in this time period, because you are moving everything ahead at a great pace. Awakening. You yourselves have awakened some time ago, but you are bringing about the great awakening to many, many more, all of you together. All of you, the boots on the group, the white hats, the alliance, the galactics that are working with you, the ascended ones that are working with you. All are bringing about the greater effect of change to this planet, moving to, indeed, the new Earth, the new golden age upon this planet. The golden age that you have been all working for since the times of Atlantis. When Atlantis was indeed in a golden age, but then fall from that golden age into the dark age as the light was diminished more and more across the planet. As those of the dark forces infiltrated into the planet more and more. Making money is a little bit satisfying on an emotional level, because that's like gathering resources so that you can more easily fulfill your actual purpose once you find that. But it's not a fulfilling purpose itself. In other words, it's sort of useful to gather a good set of tools. But if you never decide what you want to build, then spending your life on gathering an amazing set of tools doesn't actually accomplish a lot. Sure, you can pass your tools money down to your children, but you probably didn't come here to make a lot of money and then pass that on to your children. Also, a person who spent all their life making money probably isn't satisfied on their deathbed. Even if they can give their children a lot of money, so it's better to look inside and find your actual purpose. Some people who are currently harming others perhaps wouldn't do so if they had a purpose. This can impact the amygdala in the temporal lobe of your brain in ways that calm this flight or fight center and cause it to resume the dimensions of your original divine blueprint. Over the years, this fear center has been overstimulated by the pressures, beliefs, and electronics of this age. Much of what is called information is designed to increase the flow of fear energy to this center of the brain. The flow of divine love through each person can create an expansion in perception, as though the veils have parted so that new clarity dawns. This increase in clarity incites a sense of liberation and the freedom of spiritual expression within your being. Prayers for the earth to receive a positive benefit from this moment in time will be of great benefit. We, those of us in our millions of ships, are showing ourselves more and more and are preparing ourselves for the Great Awakening. And the time that we, indeed, can be a part of you, directly with you, in person with you. And then will there be the great celebration that has been spoken of for many, many years now, that we have been waiting for, that you have been longing for. Where families, long lost and long ago families, can come back together again. You can join your families from the skies, from the stars, reunite. That is what this Great Awakening is all about. that we can all come together as one and be as one consciousness together moving forward. And you, those of you that are ready for it, can rejoin those families and rejoin the Galactic Federation of Planets and be a part of the great expression of moving forward into many other systems that are still as of this time of need. Just as the Earth and Gaia has been in need, there are many, many planets that are still beckoning. Many systems that are beckoning to you, the ones that have gone before and are here now at this point, the system busters, as you have been told that you are. Although this doesn't necessarily mean that you need to spend all your time doing spiritual things. It's fine to spend some time on spiritual pursuits and some time just having a normal life. Ignoring your needs can actually hinder your spiritual progress. Maybe you already know your purpose, or you feel able right now to consciously define your purpose, at least for the current moment. You can always change it later. In that case, great. If you don't, it is very likely that you will find a purpose if you keep doing your spiritual work. So if you have no idea at the moment what to do with your life or why you're here on Earth or how to improve the situation on Earth, then it's fine to just take care of yourself and do your spiritual work. In time, your connection to your heart and your soul will become clear, and then most likely you will find a purpose worth living for. We are not required by anyone else to be limited. It is a personal choice in every way. Once we have an intentional out-of-body experience to explore our consciousness with infinite awareness, we are free to do so at any time. We can maintain our awareness beyond the body while also living in the body. We are not limited to the empirical world as we have perceived it. Our conscious awareness is free to focus on whatever vibrations we want to align with. This is our creation mode, and it happens in every moment. We have been largely the unintentional masters of our lives. We're being nudged to make the leap into the depths of the heart of our being. Here is where we can be self-realized in a higher energetic dimension.